some time.
Israeli push into Lebanon.
This localized ground raid will target Hezbollah stronghold.
Vice presidential debate.
They have to spend a lot of time just reinforcing the top issues.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. Thousands of dock workers from Massachusetts to Texas walked off the job overnight after talks failed to reach a new contract. It's a strike that threatens to disrupt a wide swath of the U.S. economy. Boise Butler is president of the International Longshoremen's Association in Philadelphia.
We're in negotiations now for fair contract. Fair contract. Okay? And a contract not filled with automation.
Here's CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
According to one estimate, the strike could cost the economy up to $5 billion a day. And economists worry a long strike will disrupt the supply chain for everything from perishable foods to car parts and construction materials. The group representing shippers and ports says its current offer would mean a nearly 50% pay hike as well as improved health and retirement. The Longshoremen's Union says that offer is still far short of what its members are seeking.
Now overseas and the latest developments in the Middle East. Israeli troops crossed the border into Lebanon, an operation the country suggests is limited, targeting Hezbollah at a time of fears over a possible larger war. CBS's Chris Lidsey.
Soldiers from the 98th Division crept in the darkness to enter the mountainous and treacherous terrain across the border, where explosions were heard throughout the night, as the mission to stop Hezbollah's onslaught of rockets on northern Israel got underway. But the IDF's own aerial onslaught on Lebanon has only intensified, killing more than 1,000 people in just 2 weeks. Imtiaz Tayeb is in the capital, Beirut.
Well, this is the first time in nearly 20 years that Israel has carried out a strike like this here in the heart of central Beirut. Many people here fear that more is to come as we can hear the sound of Israeli drones circling above.
There's word from CENTCOM 3 additional American aircraft squadrons are arriving in the Middle East. It follows yesterday's announcement that a couple thousand more U.S. forces are headed there. Hurricane Helene is now blamed for more than 130 deaths in the southeast. In western North Carolina, some ravaged communities have been cut off. Road damage is so extensive. Here's CBS's Skylar Henry.
Food, water, and other essential supplies arrived in Swannanoa, North Carolina by air Monday afternoon. Robin Howerton told us the help can't come soon enough. We need help. We need food. Pat Harris has lived in the area for 6 decades.
This is devastation, the worst I've ever seen, and I'm 80 years old.
President Biden plans to visit North Carolina tomorrow. CBS's Scott McFarlane reports the 2 people running to replace him are making stops too.
Vice President Kamala Harris toward FEMA headquarters. She spoke with Georgia and North Carolina's governors by phone about the federal help being offered and said she'll soon make a trip to the devastated areas. Former President Donald Trump didn't wait. During a restrained speech, steps away from battered buildings, torn roofs, and toppled signs, the Republican nominee vowed to put politics aside to focus on recovery efforts. Before, he falsely accused President Biden of not speaking with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp.
The people on the ground are doing the best they can. We do need some help from the federal government.
Trump claimed Biden and Harris have left Americans to drown in the South.
He's lying, and the government told he was lying.
The one and only vice presidential debate is tonight. It'll be moderated by CBS News. Correspondent Nancy Cordes has a preview.
I can't wait to debate the guy.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance will get 2 minutes to answer each question and 2 minutes to respond, with an additional 1 minute for a rebuttal.
I'm talking now.
Unlike at the presidential debate, the VP candidates' microphones will not be muted when their opponent is speaking. Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar is a longtime Minnesota colleague of Walz.
He's someone that will call things as they are. Not like he won't throw some punches.
As they get to know J.D. Vance and his policy, they're going to like J.D. Vance.
Congressman Tom Emmer has been playing Walz in Vance's mock debate.
With Tim Walz, he's not going to be nice. He's going to come across as he's nice, and then he's going to jab it.
A Georgia judge struck down the state's 2022 abortion law, which bans most procedures after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The ruling would now allow abortions through at least 20 weeks. Georgia's Attorney General plans to appeal. 5 minutes after the hour.